This is a simplified guide for gaming beginners looking to buy a new gaming console. As beginners, I suggest starting with mature platforms as their systems are more complete, catering to a wide range of skill sets and are less riddled with technical issues, which can be too overwhelming for new gamers. There are three main gaming platforms: the Nintendo Switch, Microsoft Xbox, and Sony PlayStation. We'll not talk about the PC gaming and focus on console gaming for now. PC gaming is another rabbit hole altogether. Nintendo Switch is a portable handheld device with the option to plug into TV. Microsoft Xbox and Sony PlayStation can only be played on TV, computer monitors, or projectors. If you are brand new in gaming, I would suggest starting with Nintendo Switch. You have a choice between Switch Lite, Switch Gen 2, and Switch OLED. The reason with this is Switch is a portable handheld device, so the experience is very intimate, making it a good place to start to build your connection with games. And since it's handheld like a phone, it becomes very intuitive to just pick it up anytime, be it lying in bed or lounging in the sofa. It's also always on, very much like a handphone, so that you can start gaming within a second or two of picking it up. At the beginning of your gaming journey, there is going to be a barrier of entry, so the ease to pick up a device is very essential to cultivate the habit. In addition, if you do commute on buses and trains, you can also bring it along to enjoy it on the journey. Personally, I feel Switch currently has more simple entry-level games. For those games, Switch always has sale on their eShop, and I generally wait for sale and focus on games around USD $2 to $5, which translate to below Sing$ 10. You can search by price on their eShop. When I first started Switch, I wanted to test out what I like, what genre, and spending $60 to $70 on a game without knowing whether I will play it felt too much. Once you tried out some basic games and gotten more used to the mechanics, then consider investing in the AAA titles. If you know what you want, for the hours of fun and learning you're going to derive from those titles are definitely worth it. For Microsoft Xbox, they have a large collection of games, but one of their core strengths is racing and first-person shooter games, called FPS for short. Xbox have two incredible, great exclusive titles called Halo Infinite, a FPS game, and Forza Horizon 5, a racing game. The graphics are incredible, the mechanics feel amazing and updated, totally masterpieces. However, for new gamers, if you have problem timing your jump while rotating your camera and shooting, or if you're unable to corner at fast speed without crashing, the mechanics of this game might be a bit too much for beginners. I always suggest new gamers to have a few of these games because they are that immersive, and you can do that with Xbox Game Pass with their $1 first month trial. Then you know what it feels like and adjust your gaming learning journey accordingly. For Sony PlayStation, it has a very extensive collection of games. One of its specialty is single-player story-rich games with very advanced and fun game mechanics, such as using the adaptive trigger on PS5. For people who are not used to doing everything by yourself, this genre is going to be very uncomfortable and lonely at first. Because generally in those games, you are this single hero character setting out on this journey to save the world. You do not have multiplayer in this genre, and you have to solve all the challenges and puzzles by yourself. But the storytelling of these games are on another level. The depth, philosophy is mind-opening. If you want to be transported into another reality, these are the games to go. These are games like Horizon Forbidden West, Death Stranding, God of War, Spider-Man, etc. Xbox and PlayStation currently have simpler and cheaper games. They are also building on their more indie title catalog to cater to more beginner gamers. But as of now, their next-gen games are where they truly shine. The emotions that can be conveyed through those games are mind-blowing. You will experience things like no other. A very important thing to note is there's such a thing as gaming literacy. Don't expect to be a new gamer and ace in Halo Infinite. You will more likely die and don't even know what killed you. Or if Horizon Forbidden West is the first game you ever played, you might not even know how to use bows and arrows. But doesn't mean you can't have a good time. I find a lot of laughter in the ways I die in games, because the ways I die in games is unthinkable for an experienced gamer. But I like it, because it allows me to drop my guard and not be so serious. In real life, every mistake is severely criticized and frowned upon. Don't make the same mistake twice, is what we commonly hear. But sometimes I don't even know if it's the same mistake. And how do I learn if I don't make mistake? I can't have the perfect run unless I've practiced it hundreds of times. For an F1 driver to have the coveted perfect lap, they have to practice thousands of times and everything have to go right. Like the movie Ford vs Ferrari, after practicing for his whole life and sacrificing everything, Ken Miles is finally able to achieve that perfect lap. And it's only for that one time, and that is Ken Miles, a legend that movies are made of. But in games, you can practice, make all the mistakes, test all the limits in the comfort of your own home. Last thing to add, if you're already a fan of Pokemon and Mario, then your best option would definitely be Switch. Whatever mentioned in this video is no means comprehensive, in fact it doesn't even scratch the surface. But like the saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Either way, you can't go wrong with choosing from any of the 3 platforms. If you decide to try another platform later, you can always sell off your old consoles or add a new one to your arsenal. Have fun gaming!